Knowing how a tree grows in different conditions is important to understanding the challenges our forests face and why pruning is such an important restoration technique. In a mature forest, a seedling begins its life in partial shade or dappled light. These conditions encourage the seedling to direct its energy upward, toward the canopy. As it grows, the lower limbs are constantly self-pruned, as they in turn are shaded by those above. Once it reaches the canopy, for the first time in its life, the tree is exposed to direct sunlight. This increase of light supports the growth of lateral branches. The tree ceases to grow in one upward push and begins to spread outward through thousands of buds, enabling it to grow significantly in volume. The result is a tree of immense proportion and vigor. It is a living example of why shade is so vital to the health of a forest, and why we advocate the use of methods, such as patch cutting, to carefully manage sunlight. Finally, as the tree's upper branches continue to grow and spread, they will begin to rub against one another, form included wood, develop rot, and become vulnerable to its increased exposure to sun and wind, eventually causing the tree to die. If a tree begins its life in a field, the pattern of growth will be different. Without shade, there is no need to grow upward. As soon as it sprouts, the seedling will begin to produce as many branches as possible. Think about the trees in your yard. They tend to look like lollipops. They are saplings behaving like mature trees, without the 20 meters of trunk beneath them. With so many leaves or needles, the tree will grow quickly, and as a result, face the same challenges the shade-grown tree encountered upon reaching the canopy. Multi-stems, excessive branching, included wood and rot will all contribute to the tree's ultimate decline. Rather than living for 400 or 500 years, it may only survive for 80. The comparison illustrates why trees grown in shade live longer and grow taller. Their height, volume, and health are all the result of growing in a community. So what has this to do with pruning? The majority of island forests have originated from abandoned fields or clear-cuts. Even our best examples of old-growth forest were harvested at least once and have a much shorter canopy than they once did. It is only once we have continuous tree cover and allow successive generations of trees to grow that canopy height will be increased. The simple act of pruning can help speed this up. Like the shade of a mature forest, proper pruning produces trees that are resilient and of greater economic value. Pruning mimics the process of self-pruning that happens in a mature forest. By removing side branches, reducing stems, and pruning for a single leader, a tree will begin to direct its energy through a single apical bud. Modern pruning equipment, including lightweight pole saws and tree climbing gear, allow us unlimited access to this work. By targeting our efforts on essential trees within a stand, rather than trying to prune everything, it is possible to quickly improve the health of a forest.